2 days ago, I made the analysis that sideways and roughly untradeable price action is going to happen this entire week as my primary guess among 3 price paths to lead us from Monday through Friday or through Sunday. And that was from the thumbnail right here. Looking exceptionally stupid in that thumbnail on purpose for the algo, 2 points for the algo maybe. But that video, I mean, so far it's working out pretty right. I'm not for sure how many other sources that you have checked out this week who said, hey, price is going to move sideways, so take a break from crypto. However, if you had other people say that, then, you know, that was a good source of information to save you a little bit of time and effort and money if you're trying to trade choppy, untradeable stuff in the Bitcoin chart. So in this video, what we're going to do is, since price isn't doing anything, still, as expected, I'm going to show you the EMA that price is interacting with the most, although it's very trashy, floaty, flighty price action. It's probably still not tradable, but once it does become tradable, this will be the line to focus on, in addition to a bounce line that we're getting ready to see down here at $25,350, which happens to be the bottom of the 6-month-long channel. See how it says November 2022 over here? And it's a lot. 2 strong EMAs are going to offer extra support. So it'll be triple support around $25,350. We're going to dive into that, and no time to waste. Let's go get some Bitcoin. We're diving right into where this arrow is pointing. I'm going to go down to the 5-minute chart. I'm going to throw on 2 EMAs that I think you need if you want to try to get price right. What is happening in this moment is the 1/4 line. So the bottom line is our 0 line. Half court or halfway is this point of control. And this right here is the 1/4 line. So half, quarter, bottom, 0. The quarter line is getting ready to be resistance potentially. And what's happening here, if I can zoom in now on the tiny, tiny micro charts with that quarter line, price has gone under that 1/4 line, and the one EMA that small term time frames are interacting with the most perfectly, even though it's very trashy. This is trashy. This is not tradable price action right now still. Hence my heads up to you during this video right here on Monday. And you're welcome if I saved you money and headache. And if you tried to trade this stuff and you're just getting chopped up and you still saw that video, well, now you know when I guess sideways, it's often a pretty good guess. Not always, but almost every time I've guessed sideways, in the last, 6 months, it's gone sideways. Which has saved me a lot of time and effort anyway, as well. So what is getting ready to happen is this EMA here is the 5-minute. You'll have to use the MTF EMA. So you can, hell, I can even see this on the 15-second chart, for example, right? This is the 15-second chart, and this EMA right here is the 5-minute 480 MTF EMA. MTF means multi-time frame, where you can view it on the 15-second or even the 1 hour, but it's a 5-minute EMA, right? Technically, I think it's the 1 hour 40 EMA, which I usually don't use, but I was scouting for what our algo's looking at, and this is it. This is what they're basing pretty much their small flighty stuff out off of, in addition to the channel lines that we have drawn. And I've asked my returning viewers over and over, hey, please take the time to emulate this. And I'm not going to go over how to make that channel today. That was from my previous videos months and, for the past several months. But right now, the bottom of this 1/4 line is coming in right just shy of 27K. So it's at 26,960 or so, 26,950. And that's the 1/4 line that is ascending. So tomorrow it's going to be a little higher. For example, it'll be closer to 27K because it's an ascending line, right? But that ascending line, just think of it as a horizontal, a ceiling that price will hit its head on. Actually, it already has. Well, it hit it on my triangle. This triangle's supposed to be a little closer, but it came up a little shy of this 1/4 line here. And what's getting ready to happen is the EMA that price is interacting with the most is going to come barreling down on a downward swooping circular type of motion, and it's going to trap price under that 1/4 line. So when market opens at 9:30 a.m., So I'm recording this before then, and I'm probably going to have it published at 10 a.m. And I think I'm going to have 10 a.m. as the time that all my videos for YouTube are going to be released, because it'll give time for the HD to process and all that kind of stuff, even though I record this stuff at 8 a.m., an hour and a half before traditional markets open. So by the time you're seeing this, I think that this poke up to 26,950 is a strong likelihood. What happens from there? Honestly, don't guess, just wait. There are two major things that'll happen. Either price is going to get above this red EMA like it did back here, and it'll look just like this. Watch. It'll look very similar to how, because price approaches things. I mean, there are only 4 ways that price can approach a certain obstacle. Let me flip to the 3-minute chart so it approaches a little faster. So check out how price gets up to this line, and it'll look pretty similar to this if it decides to get above. Like I said, there are only about 4 ways it can do it. And if it wants to go back below, there are only a few ways that it'll happen as well. So this is a failure rejection pattern. Looks like it's shaping up right now. Failure means it did get above, but it failed to stay above, and then it comes up to get rejected a little bit later. Yep, there's the rejection. And now it's actually going to find support here, and it'll eventually get back above, I do believe. But if it gets back above, it might do something similar. So just because price gets back above this line, it has not been staying above it. So if you wanted to try to go long, for example, which is not what I'm suggesting, but I would potentially flip long for the day only if a couple things could happen. It can get back above this MTF EMA, and it can't just get above and use it as support, which it did here, and it failed, and it did it later as well. So this red line, the 5-minute 480, if price is going to go up, it will need to go both above this line, come back to retest it. It needs to break the punch high. So the punch high is the price action formed when it gets above. So if it does a rejection failure pattern, then that would be the punch high on the failure pattern. Right? This is just how price moves, and it's going to move like that again. It could consolidate under with higher lows specifically and then bust up. But it's the least common way for price to get above resistances. And usually on the small time frames, that's not how it works. That's 1 hour and above type of stuff typically. But anyway, I would not even attempt to be long until price both does what you see right here, gets above this red line. But in addition to going above and using as support, you need this to use as support and then break local high, which it actually did here. But then you need one more higher low, which it did not do. Let's zoom way in there. Watch. Closure basis higher low right here, above the red line. Then it came up to make a higher local high, higher than that one right here. So 2 mountaintops, the second one's a little higher. But then it came down and it could not find a higher low. Typically, that higher low happens at the same angle every time. Just go backwards, just zoom out a little bit on the same time frame and look, hey, from low to low, what was that angle? And make a rotated rectangle, give yourself a little space. Okay, well, it's going to be the same damn angle. So just put it up here like this, and if it goes below that, the next time it comes up, if it goes above, I don't really think it could. I'm not going to guess. I'm just going to wait. So if it can't stay above that same angle from the previous move, then it's just not going to happen. It could try again, but if it does try again, it's going to be, it'll likely get rejected by that same line. Right? So if you get both above, use as support that EMA and then break local high, which it did here, it needs to stay above the same, I call it the slope line. And that's how price will move if it's going to try to go up today. And one extra thing that you're going to want on your chart is you're going to want to mark off the daily open line, which is at 27,040, 27,040. And so price will actually, the 3-minute chart saying price is above my 1 quarter line. Weird. All right, well, TradingView has changed its mind. Price is still above my 1 quarter line on this chart, and on this chart, it is also above. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Wow. All right, this is not my error. TradingView has decided to adjust its price completely. So price is not below that 1 quarter line now that TradingView has made up its mind to act like an adult here. All right. But the same concept, everything I said, besides it's above or below, it remains the same. Price is going to get trapped, and it's going to have a negative squeeze play, potentially, and it's going to squeeze price down. And this red line will squeeze price below. It's going to pressure down until price goes below this 1/4 line. It'll make some type of move down and then bounce back up, most likely. Unless the stock market just opens up really red, then it won't come back up. But you can just take these lows, like connect a couple lows, extend the dang thing, and it's probably going to be somewhere. Well, it's actually already gone past that. So we're going to have to zoom out to a larger time frame and figure out how are the lows connecting. Boom, boom. Here we go. Here's a wick low from there to there. That looks about good. This is the slope of the higher time frame, higher lows, and we're going to go like this. Boom. So price can come all the way down to 26,500 and still try to get a bounce and get back above this 1/4 line after the squeeze play. So I don't think it's just going to go straight down. If it gets squeezed below this 1/4 line from that MTF EMA, it'll likely try to bounce there and then do a failure rejection pattern. And the second time it goes below this 1/4 line is probably the play that will take it down, a tradable move down to, that's a 5%. Yeah, it's almost a 6% move down to 25,600 to 25,400 or 350, somewhere in that area. 25.3 to 25.7. In that area, and it'll be a tradable 5% move on Bitcoin and altcoins. Besides Litecoin, Litecoin's doing its own thing now. Besides Litecoin, would probably follow, and that's what we're looking for. Now, if price, so let me draw that for you. This is what it would look like if it's going to go down. Which honestly, price is just going sideways, so it's probably going to do neither of these things. It's going to be trashy, untradable stuff, most likely. So if it goes down, focus on that red line though. It's going to maybe even wick above the red line, get trapped under, come down, boom, try one more time, maybe a failure rejection pattern, and then the second time, boom. And then it's going to bounce and hit this line and bounce. Like so. And the timing for all that to happen, that might be over 2 or 3 days. Need to go to a larger time frame. That would be over 5 days. So it would be a 5% move over 5 days, which technically, I mean, on high leverage, you can't trade that kind of stuff. Let me get rid of hit the like button. So returning viewers, you know your job, but new viewers, I want to earn your like and I want to earn your sub. So don't hit like or sub until you like what you see. And so that's the downside price action. That would take 5 days. And so honestly, like I said earlier, it's just not super tradable. Hell, the price of natural gas is moving 3 times faster than this. It's just Bitcoin being traded right now is just silly stuff. Okay, that's downside. But to the upside, the one thing in addition to this 1/4 line that I would want you to draw, very easy. I mean, look at these little wicks here. The wick from Saturday, May 13th, and the wick down from Sunday, May 14th. Those 2 prominent wicks, just connect them with a line. That is your 1/4 line, and you can right-click the line that you make and hit Settings, and then go to Visibility. Oh, wait, nope, wrong thing. Click the line, hit Settings, go to I guess it's a rotated rectangle. I can't do that. Anyway, if you make your line that's not a rotated rectangle, you go to Style, right-click, hit Style, and see how that says Extend Right Line and Extend Left Line? Click that, and it'll just extend it forever. So it'll be more multi-months, and you could probably use this line for various weeks. The same line from just these 2 little wicks on a 5-minute chart or 30-minute chart will probably serve you for quite some time. So that's the line we're dealing with. But if price wants to go up, then the way it'll behave is similar to how I just ran the replay here. It will get above the red line and interact with the daily open line at 27,040. And guess where that MTF EMA is? It's at 27,100. It's only $60 off. So there's going to be a little room for play there, but it's less than $100 difference. So there's going to be some activity in this exact area, 27,040 to 27,1. if price is going to go up, it's going to go above those levels, 27.1, use it as support, and on the 1 minute chart, make higher highs and higher lows, and then it's going to take off from there, and then it'll try to attack the weekly open and probably bump its head somewhere and float around for quite some time and do absolutely nothing. And that weekly open is at just shy of 27,600. You could probably just mark it off at, yeah, I think it's 27,595. But if you made a horizontal at 27.6, and you're not trading the, super high leverage, it's going to be close enough. But if you're on high leverage, you want it exact. And the exchange that you're using, you're going to want to mark it off exactly using the magnet tool. And so to the upside, those are the four things you're going to need. The support level, this is the 1 quarter line that I connected by the wicks. That's 1. 2, the MTF EMA 5 minute for 540, the 540 MTF EMA. That's 2. The daily open line for 3, and then if it does use that as support and make higher highs and higher lows, then it will go up to the weekly, and then probably have a little bit of work to do there at around 27,600. That's everything that I expect today, whether it goes up or down. Down would be the more tradable way because it has a lot more space. However, it's probably still going to take 5 days to go 5% because Bitcoin just is not ready to get volatile. And the chart, the external chart that leads Bitcoin is the US 500. I use Pepperstone, the specific exchange here, and you can see that labeled up here, right there, Pepperstone. And you can just type in US 500 and click the Pepperstone option and make sure it's not just on crypto, right? So US 500, and then take it off of crypto, just put all, and then for me, it's the 3rd one down, and that's the exact chart that I'm using. And you can see here from yesterday's video, it looks kind of like this thumbnail, but I'm on the other side, looking stupid, looking the other way. I go into full detail on how to use this chart and why this line right here is of key importance, even though it looks like it's getting ready to break out of a horizontal. I mean, this is a very bearish line to be under. And in the last 10 years, its price has never been under this and not corrected out of it in a V-shaped correction very aggressively, and right now it's just getting rejected over and over for weeks. So if you hear people on the news talk about the bullish stock market, if something like that is out there, I mean, it's just not true. It is not true. And I go over that in full detail yesterday, so you can check out that video if you want a little bit more. I guess you want something that'll tell you when Bitcoin will start moving. Well, it'll start moving if the US 500 can get above that line, use it as support. Or Bitcoin will start moving if this price breaks down below this next origin line down, which is not very far away, which is 1.6% away, which means Bitcoin at that time will probably be closer to 25,600 at that time, nearer the other EMA that I didn't tell you about. So the other EMA that will act as double or triple support, I almost forgot to mention, down at 25,006 or 25,350 is the daily 200 EMA, and also the weekly 21 is coming in here as well. So you're going to have triple support, weekly 21 support, daily 200 as support, and the bottom of a 6-month long channel as support. I mean, Bitcoin there would have to be some really aggressive downside price action for Bitcoin just to blow through this area, but it's probably going to try to use it as support first, then come back and play around here one more time before falling out. And that would be an extended period over a couple weeks, since Bitcoin simply is not volatile. And that's everything you expect. So if you have better things to do besides looking at crypto, it's still in that triangle. Look, it's the same here. Look, that's the same yellow triangle from that thumbnail video right there. Still in it. Price still hasn't done anything. And these are the ways that price will move today if it decides to move. And we'll see you next time. 10 a.m. I'm going to try to have these at 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. See you.